I thought it was time to create a fully updated Amazon FBA tutorial for 2021. If you think Amazon isn't for you, then just wait until you watch this whole video and then decide whether or not you want to sell on Amazon. And if you think starting now isn't a good idea, well, watch this whole video because your opinion might change, because personally, I think starting now is the best time to start. Awesome. This is going to be a really fun video and I cannot wait for you to see it. If you like these kind of videos, these long form tutorials, then let me know in the comments down below, because I have planned to make print on demand tutorials, affiliate marketing tutorials in this kind of way. And obviously, without further ado, let's get right into it. But don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, because, you know, subscribing and liking the video helps so much. Selling on Amazon FBA in 2021. Full step-by-step guide. So firstly, who am I? For anyone new here or even not new here, I'm Shimmy Morris and I've been selling on Amazon for about 5 years now, since 2015 with my brother Josh. We've been teaching how to start an Amazon FBA business for about 3 years. As well as Amazon, I have my YouTube, I have my affiliate marketing, my print on demand, and other random side hustles along the way. I massively enjoy all sports, snowboarding, biking, anything that is sports related, I will absolutely love. But we're done talking about me, let's get right into this tutorial. We have some pretty epic results on Amazon, but more importantly than that, our students have some awesome results too. Most recently, Patrick sent us this screenshot just last week. He's only been selling since July. It's absolutely crazy. And now that I've shown you these results, we're going to talk more about, these results right at the end. But for now, let's just start. What we're covering in today's video, well, we're going to talk about what is Amazon FBA, alternatives, product research, supplier research, listing on Amazon, the costs involved, and getting your first sales. So what is Amazon FBA and why Amazon FBA? We all know that Amazon is the largest retailer in the world. We all shop on Amazon, so it's logical, if that's where the world shops, we should start selling on it. That brings us to FBA. FBA simply just means fulfillment by Amazon. And this means you can sell your stuff on Amazon. They will fulfill the orders as if it's coming from them. It's obviously a far more complicated process than that, but that's what this video is for. Once finding a product to sell, you will then source that product from a supplier and send it to Amazon's warehouses. It sounds complicated, but don't worry, that's the easy part. Once it's in Amazon's warehouses, customers can buy it with Prime, and Amazon will package it up and ship it out to them. Let's just talk some Amazon stats here, because I love sharing this stuff. I think it's ridiculous. Let's start with this one. There's 150 million Prime members, and on average, Prime members spend $1,000 plus a year. They have 280 billion in net sales. That's just ridiculous. Prime Day is the most profitable day of the year, bigger than Black Friday and Cyber Monday. They make 17 million in sales per hour. And one thing I like, which is my favorite, is that they have a customer service rating, which is the best in the world, 87.4 out of 100. I stand by having good customer service within my businesses, and I like working with companies that also have good customer service, and Amazon really, really have, the best customer service. As well as that, they have 2.5 billion monthly site visits, 225,000 sellers are making around 100,000 a year, so that's pretty ridiculous. But anyways, enough about Amazon, let's move on to alternatives. There are obviously quite a few alternatives if you don't want to be selling on Amazon. You've got print on demand, affiliate marketing, YouTube, drop shipping, trading, a normal 9-to-5 job. And I'm sure there are many, many more. So ask yourself, which business do you want to go into? And before you decide, make sure you do all the necessary research into each of those businesses to find out which one suits you best, because Amazon might not be for you. And after you watch this video, you'll be able to decide if Amazon is for you. But, just do all the research on them before you make a decision. So that's hopefully what this video is going to do for you. Let's start with product research. Our aim is to find a product that we can easily private label. So firstly, a private label product means a generic product sold en masse that has any company's logo on it. For example, these two water bottles are identical except for the two different brand names. They're usually manufactured cheaply and sold to many people, each tweaking it slightly to make it unique to their company. Private labeling a product is important because we want to build a brand. A brand means everything now, especially in 2021. And by building a brand, it gives us many more opportunities to make more money in the future, selling to shops, adding lines to the brand, etc. So how do we go about finding that product? Well, there are certain principles we must follow. The demand principle, which means is there enough traffic in Google and in Amazon? The competition principle, which is number of reviews and the quality of the competing listings. Profit potential principle, that's a hard one to say, profit potential principle, which is the average selling price, and a couple of extras. Is it a want or a needed product? And there are obviously a lot more principles, but these are the ones we're going to discuss in this video. Step 1, coming up with a list of ideas. Research method. Well, you can research on Amazon's bestseller search, Amazon's hot releases. You can do the random letter keyboard search or the funky language search, which is what I like to call it. And don't worry, I'm going to just explain what all of these are in a little tutorial. Okay, let's go and explore those research methods we said. Amazon bestseller search. Let's start with that. So all we have to do is we have to go to the best sellers over here, this tab. And again, I'm on the .co.uk site, but this can work on any Amazon site. There's really no big deal. Right, so what I personally do when I'm on the bestseller is I don't just look at electronics and photo and any department. I go to specific departments, and in our course we talk a lot more about which departments to go into, but I go into specific departments because I'm not going to start selling books. I'm not going to start selling, you know, the all new Echo Dot, which looks a lot like the Apple, whatever. I'm not getting into that. Let's go straight to sports and outdoors. This is one of our favorite categories, sports and outdoors. So when we're in sports and outdoors, we're going to look for specific products. I'm sure what you can see here is a lot of watches, smart watches, and this is a big no-no category. We don't want to get into tech. Firstly, we don't want to be in competition with Fitbit, but we don't want to get into complicated products that we can't figure out ourselves. So, for example, we don't want to sell a product that we don't understand how it works, because if a customer has a problem with it and they want help, we won't even know the first thing to do. Fitbit have, you know, a whole support staff and technical staff and all these people, so we're not going to worry about that. What we can see here is the resistant bands. We know full well how resistant bands work. Very simple, it's a bit of rubber. So we want to look for products like that, products that are generic and easily customizable. So we've got fitness bands, we've got a water bottle, we've got a yoga mat, we've got, what else do we have? These things keep popping up. This is just Chrome plugins that I have, so forget about that. We've got a headlight, we've got bike lights, easy. We've got more resistant bands, we've got a weird looking boxing head thing. God, that would hit me so many times in the face. We have a hat with a light on it. We've got gloves. So you can see we've got quite a few products in mind here. We've got a water bottle. Now, we're not sticking to any of the principles yet because this is just doing initial product search. We're not worried about the principles at the moment. What we want to aim to do is write a huge list of products and then kind of whittle it down using the principles I spoke about earlier. So that's the first way I would look for a product. The next way I would look for a product is to go back to best sellers and do Amazon hot new releases. This is quite a cool way of just finding new interesting products. So I wonder if 12 more rules. I haven't with the first one yet. I've got to read that. Let's go back to sports and outdoors just because it's a cool category, and we can see hot new releases. So obviously a face mask, dartboard for kids. That's a cool, really good idea of a product. More face masks. What looks like a little finger pack of bike stuff. So this is just another way. Now look, there's no saying these products are going to be successful or good. It's just a way to, this guy's tried to selling a watch. He seems to be doing quite well there. This is just a way to come up with a list of ideas. The next thing we can do is the random letter keyboard search, and this is quite a cool one. So let's go to Amazon homepage again, and we want to go into the search bar and we want to put in random letters, and I'll show you why. So if we put in T, usually, there you go, usually Amazon will spit out the some recommendations there, and rule of thumb is the top of the list is going to be the most popular products that are being searched for. So if someone searches T, thermometer shows up, and the reason thermometer shows up is because it's the most searched for product with the letter T. If we put in an R, it's tripod, tree skirt, treadmill, travel mug, treadmills for home. These are very, very popular products, and we know this because we only have to put a T and an R in for Amazon to suggest this product to us. So if we try again with like L, We've got a Lego, LED strips with remote. We can easily sell LED strips. They're very simple, right? So there you go. And that is a great way. And this is actually how we found our product in knee brace. We put in K, right? And when we realized we don't want any of those, we went through. So we did Q, W, E, R, T, all of the different ones. And we got to N, and this is where we got in knee pillow, knee pads. And then we saw knee pads and we're like, this is interesting. We saw knee support, and that's interesting. So we put in knee, and we got knee supports, knee brace, knee pads for work, knee pillow. We found a lot of different knee support related keywords that we felt we could easily sell. And that all came from the random letter search. Another thing which I've seen a lot of people do, and I've used it a couple of times, is the funky letter language search. And that is basically you put in a minus sign and you put in a whole bunch of funky letters and you click search. And what that does is that just comes up with pretty much all the best sellers. So a lot of it is movies. And to be honest, I don't really like this method. I don't understand why people do it, but you can go all the way through and it basically brings up a lot of the best sellers. And I don't understand why people do it. I've seen it a lot on YouTube. I've used it about once or twice. But of all the 4 methods, my favorite is the random letter keyboard search. And my second favorite is Amazon's best seller search. With those 2 methods to curate a list of products, you will be absolutely fine. You will be able to curate a list of hundreds of products, right? Easily. A big spreadsheet of products. And then you can whittle them down using the product research principles. What's next? Now that we have our list of products, it's time to see if these products fit all the principles we were talking about earlier. In order to do that, we can use Amazon to check the reviews, the BSR, the quality of listing, and the average selling price. This is a long and tedious task, which is why I personally use a tool called Zonguru, which gives me all of this data pretty much in seconds. But if you don't want to spend any sort of money on tools, you want to try and save all your money for stock, you can do this manually. We then want to check the traffic in Google with the Google Keyword Planner tool. Now, a quick demonstration of looking for traffic within Google to see, how many keywords getting a particular search. You can just search Google for the Google Keyword Planner tool, and you can go here, Google Ads Keyword Planner. You'll need a Google Ads account to actually access this, and in order to set that up, you might need to create an ad, but you can immediately pause that ad so you don't get charged anything. And then, like I said, this is a free tool, which is just so powerful. This is the whole of Google. Google is basically the internet. Everything is searched through Google, so you can discover new keywords. So let's go back and just pick any of the random products that we like the look of. We're going to go with a bike light. I can't see it here, but I remember we found bike light. So what I want to do is I want to put in bike light, okay? And this will give us get results, and this will give us the number of searches for bike light and similar keywords. This is really, really powerful, because if this is not doing very well, then there's no point. So 10,000 to 100,000. That is actually what I was going to say. You want your main keyword, right? Your main, most important keyword to be between 10 and 100,000. And then you want your secondary keyword to be between 1 and 10,000. And if you can have more than one keyword for between 10 and 100,000, that is literally gold. So let's sort by average monthly searches. What we have here is we've got bike light, which is between 10 and 100,000. Brilliant, spot on. We've got cycle light, 1 to 10,000. Bicycle lights, best bike lights, bike balls, Lesign lights, that's a make. Bike LED lights, Nog lights, or Knog light, I do not know. Bike lights, Amazon, that's huge. Okay, so you can see we've got tons of different keywords for this. So when we're doing all of our whistling down using the principles, bike lights are very small. People need bike lights. They don't want them. If they're going to ride a bike at night, you need a bike light. And there seems to be a lot of demand for them. Importance of keywords. Keywords are the single most important thing for succeeding with an Amazon FBA business at the moment. Why? Well, keywords are what people search for in the Amazon search bar. It's very important you come up with a list of 50 plus keywords. And a keyword is just ways to describe your product. The more you have, the more you will rank for on Amazon, and the more sales you will get. You'll understand more about keywords later on in the video.